So first things first, if you have not seen the Star Wars Force Awakens movie.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do some spoilers here.
There's some spoilers here.
This is a spoiler talk. This is your chance to get out.
Yeah, if you have not seen the movie The Force Awakens, then click off this video immediately.
Yeah, I don't want to see a comment in the comment section who's like, you spoiled the movie for me. I'll punch you in the dick.
Yep.
I swear to God, I'm going to find you. I'm going to go to your house. I'm going to punch you in the dick.
I've seen him do it. He did it to me because I spoiled Sophie's Choice for him.
You son of a bitch. I'll never forgive you for that.
Our story begins on a desert planet,
Right.
with an unassuming hero.
But not that unassuming
Not that
hero.
one. No, our story
No,
not
that one.
that one.
Not that one. It's,
okay, there she
that
is.
one.
Who is befriended by an old wise character.
No,
See,
not that one.
No,
not that
yeah,
one.
It's old that
Yeah,
one.
that one.
That one. Who unfortunately dies at the hands of a lightsaber. dies at dies at the hands of a lightsaber. And they're up against a big ball that shoots lasers.
No, not that one. Not that one.
The big ball that shoots lasers.
Right.
You know, and eventually they destroy it and fly away.
Right.
Destroy it.
No, not that.
And luckily they do it just in time before it destroys the planet that Princess Leia's on. I started a shitstorm on Twitter.
Oh, why?
Because I was angry. Coming out of that movie,
You were that mad?
I was very mad.
Wow.
Because here's the thing, and people might not get it from my point of view or our point of view, and you might have a different opinion about it, but we're storytellers.
Yeah.
We tell stories all the time. We're not huge filmmakers like J.J. Abrams,
Yeah.
or as I like to call him now, Jar Jar Abrams. Anthony's here.
Oh, Anthony's here. Hey, did you see Star Wars, Anthony?
Yeah.
Anthony just walked in.
Yeah, okay, I'm here now. Star Wars.
For those that don't know, he's a little goblin that works in the back of our office.
Yeah. That's this creepy goblin voice.
Star Wars.
Yeah, right?
All right, so Thick, judging by the intro, you did not enjoy the movie?
No.
No,
No,
really?
and I think I enjoyed the visuals. I enjoyed some of the characters.
Yeah.
But as a storyteller, J.J. Abrams took a 1977 Camaro, painted it a different color, put a
Yes.
bra on it,
Right.
and sold it back to the people that loved Star Wars. Star Wars was my childhood.
Yeah.
I loved Star Wars more than anything. I had a bunch of toys. I always made my own like Star Wars costumes, or tried to, because we were
Yeah.
poor. And so when I saw so much of the same shit in A New Hope that's in The Force Awakens, it really got to me. It's
Really?
like,
It upset you that much?
Can you not tell a different story?
I feel I kind of feel you there. The movie does feel like a reboot. They're like, what do we think Star Wars fans want to see? It's like the exact same movie. However, I still enjoyed it like a lot, like more than I thought I would.
It's like Jurassic World. It's a soft reboot of the series, like you said, but this one had all those elements, but also added new things that from this point on will carry over into the rest of the movies.
I tell you what this movie did better than the damn prequels. It actually gave me characters that I give a shit about.
Exactly.
Rey's like the best character ever.
I love
like
Rey. I love Finn.
Rey's
I like
cool.
that Poe guy, the pilot.
Yeah.
The only character that I thought got, I guess I'm going to say Darth Mauled, was that Captain Phasma.
Oh, yeah, the shiny?
Yeah, the shiny stormtrooper. She's like, oh, I'm the captain. She's in the movie for 5 fucking minutes.
Are we doing spoilers?
Yeah, this is
yeah,
spoilers.
Okay, so she lives. I mean, she's going to be in the next one.
Of course.
But this movie set up, that's the thing. We're limited to this one movie. One, I've only seen it once. I'm going to see it again tomorrow to really judge it again.
I'm going to see it again as well.
But this sets it up. I want more at the end. I want more.
Yes.
And all the characters that they created can hold their own movie without the original cast after this.
Now, I will say this. Here are the things that I liked. I liked Rey. I think Rey is the Jedi that we've
she was
been
great.
wanting.
And she's adorable.
Yeah, totes adorbs.
Totes adorable.
Totes
Yeah,
adorbs.
but she's the Jedi we've been wanting for a long time because, you know, Luke was whiny, Anakin was a bad actor.
Yeah.
You know?
he was.
So I enjoyed Poe. I would have liked to see him a little bit more
He
of
was
him.
great.
Yeah.
But it kind of blew my mind, like, right at the beginning of the movie, Poe and Finn hook up. And I felt like 5 minutes in, these guys were brothers. They managed to establish a relationship between these two characters better than they did Anakin and Obi-Wan in those fucking shitty prequel
6 hours.
movies.
They did it in like 2 minutes.
It's like,
Exactly. I was like, I want to see more of these guys. I want to see these guys running all over the place. This is like brothers in arms. Let's
it's like,
go.
Yeah.
wait a minute, did we just become best friends? I did like a bit of the comic relief that was in there from Poe. There was a little bit from him, from
Lighter.
Finn. Huh?
Little thumbs up
All the
lighter.
thumbs up lighter was great.
Yeah, but another issue that I had towards the end where Finn fights
Kylo?
with a lightsaber.
Oh, he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah,
But he
but
kinda
holds his own
a
for
lit-
like
A little bit.
for longer than he should. If this dude is a Sith and has been trained,
Well, in
this
all
is-
fairness, he had been shot by Chewie. That's
Ooh.
kind of why I let that slide. I
All
was
right.
like, you
You
know
know
what?
what? Good
because
point.
remember, he kept like smacking
Yeah,
himself.
I
Like,
thought-
God damn it, it hurts. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they both held their own a little bit against a weakened Kylo Ren
Yeah.
and an untrained Kylo Ren that wears a mask who's a pretty boy underneath.
what's up with the temper tantrums?
I love
he,
that.
he wants to intimidate people, I think.
You know what? That character is like what I wanted to see Anakin be. He throws temper tantrums, but he doesn't do it in like a totally whiny way.
Like
Right.
slaughter
Like,
them like animals.
Yeah, it's like he was still very like intimidating, and I mean, I personally like the twist. Like it is Han and Leia's son. I was like, I didn't see that coming, but okay, I'll roll with it, and that gave that character a little bit more meaning to the movie.
Can we
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
that character is a better character in the first movie of a trilogy than Darth Vader was? He
You
was
know
just
what?
a big,
I'll agree with you on that. Yeah, you didn't really get to know Darth Vader until the second
Yeah.
one,
Right,
until
right.
Empire Strikes Back. That's what made Empire so good.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But in this first movie, he's a more interesting character than Vader was at this point.
Yeah, because
We're
Vader
gonna see
was
where it
just
goes.
Vader was just pretty much a like, hey, I'm a general, I'm a lackey, I'm a big scary guy in a mask.
The other thing about this movie is I felt like a fucking fortune teller the whole time because I saw everything before it happened. I was like, oh, this is going to happen now. This is going to happen
Right.
now. So they played it very safe. If you're going to call yourself a storyteller and want to get some credit for a good story, tell something that hasn't already been told.
Yeah,
it's the
I
same
kind of feel
story.
you there. Yeah, they really did. It did feel like a big retread of not only A New Hope, but Empire Strikes Back as well.
Yep.
Because the big in Empire Strikes Back, they introduced the Emperor, who's just comes on screen once, is like there's been a disturbance of the Force, Vader, and then you never see him. And they kind of have that same character in this with this
Snoke.
is that his name?
Or just a general.
Snoke.
It's Snoke.
It's Snoke.
Snoke.
It's Snoke.
It's Snoke.
It's Snoke.
So I don't know who the fuck that is, and there's never really any backstory given to this character, and so it almost feels like the Captain Phasma thing of like, here's this bad guy, but you don't.
Yeah.
We're not really gonna let you get to know this bad guy, so I assume they have a plan with him.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
and there are better ways to introduce those characters besides just doing it the same way like Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
did it. Yeah.
They gave focus where it needed to be on the new characters and them, while peppering in a few little things because there's gonna be 2 more movies. I mean, when I at least watched them, neither of you guys saw them in theaters, right? The
Which
originals.
ones?
The originals.
I did.
You
No,
did.
I saw Empire Strikes Back and Return of the
Okay.
Jedi.
Yeah, and I didn't. I saw them
In
when
theaters.
they re-released them in
Re-released.
like '90s. So, who gives a shit?
Yeah, but when I was younger, you could just pop in the next tape and continue the story, and we all knew where it was
Right.
going. Right now, I don't know where it's going. Did they set up just enough of Snoke to be good in the next movie? Then,
Yeah, I
then
don't
you
know.
learn a lot more. And-
It's gonna be easier to judge these movies once all 3 of the new ones are out.
exactly.
Because,
It might
I mean,
end up being great.
Yeah, because the same thing with Luke. It's like, the whole movie was about, like, oh, Luke is missing. We got to find him. And they don't really do it till the end. And it kind of just leaves on a big, like, all right, he's got his lightsaber back. Whoop-de-fuck.
But the other thing is like, why didn't you land on top of the hill instead of on top of the
I
island?
thought that
She
too.
needed a jog.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, you have a spaceship.
I'm sure Chewie's like, Chewie, it's legs day, and I haven't worked out yet, so I just want to get it in.
Does Carrie Fisher have a broken hip?
And how many packs does she smoke a day?
I don't know, because she doesn't move in the movie. Every
No.
time you see her, she's standing still. She like moves slowly towards a character and gives him a hug. But every time you see Princess Leia, there's like she's just standing still and like looking at.
Well,
Yeah,
isn't
it-
she crazy? Isn't she like tied to the floor so she doesn't kill anyone
Fuck
on
if
set?
I know.
I don't know, but I think there was a tremendous amount of plastic surgery done where her mouth doesn't really move. It looks like she's doing
Yeah.
ventriloquism but doesn't have a puppet.
No,
and
the
I hate
whole-
to say that.
They should have hired Frank Oz to do Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
That's mean. God
It
damn,
is.
that's mean.
It is. I'm going to say this right now. This is going to be our most disliked video out there because of me and because of what we just said about Carrie Fisher.
I mean, she was sort of, kind of underutilized in this movie. Like, I was surprised by how much Han Solo was in this film.
Yeah.
That kind of took me back, because, like,
Yeah.
I was expecting Han Solo in this movie to be the exact same thing I got from Princess Leia. It's like, oh, they're going to show up, they're going to be in a couple scenes, and then, like, we're off and running with the new cast. I was surprised that Han and Chewie were there for almost the entire adventure.
But if they did that, killing him wouldn't have been anything. It would have just been
Right.
It
Yeah,
would have been
you-
our
so, yeah,
nostalgia.
they had to.
Yeah,
So,
it needed to mean something. Now, the Millennium Falcon being conveniently...
That was the best thing ever. What are you talking about? I don't care.
It was
Conveniences, I'll
convenient-
take it. I'll
Yeah.
take
oh, there's a lot of
conveniences.
conveniences here.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they land on this planet that's supposedly like 3 times the size of the Death Star, and they just happen to run into Captain Phasma. You can just, hey, can you put the shields down? Like, okay, I'll do it. Well, you're
You'll
not gonna
never get away with this.
I love that shot. That was the best joke in the
Captain
whole movie.
Phasma is actually actually a character from Scooby-Doo. We would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. I did love the clumsiness of her flying the Millennium Falcon for the first time.
Right.
I loved all the flying. One of the things that I also didn't care for that I actually enjoyed in The Phantom Menace was the swordplay. Not the reason why they're fighting, Anthony.
Okay, yes.
But the physicality, how good they were with the lightsabers in Phantom Menace.
Oh, see, I didn't.
I think this is a happy
disagree on
medium.
that.
This
Yeah.
was a happy medium. We talked about this the other day, Thick. The first movie I just watched, Star Wars, the first one, is hilarious to watch. That fight is so bad it's good. Because it's just guys going like...
Yeah, they're just smacking each other.
That's bad, but I think this movie was a happy medium between the perfectly choreographed, practiced fights. These people in this movie are trying to kill each other, and there's emotion behind it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. See, that's the thing.
Okay.
It's like,
There you go.
like episode 3, that piece of shit.
Yeah.
That Anakin and Obi-Wan fight that goes on for 30 minutes could have been 5 minutes
Because the
and
same
get to
thing
the
happened.
fucking point.
But that was the only fight in the prequels that actually had anything going on during the fight. Was
Yeah, but
these
still,
two friends are fighting? What happened
but
in the
it went
Phantom
on
Menace?
too long.
Yes, but what happened in the Phantom Menace?
Oh, Phantom Menace? Well,
Nothing. Two dudes fought a guy in red makeup.
Right. Fuck, Qui-Gon was a terrible character. Darth Maul was a terrible character. The prequels are filled with so many just
Yeah.
lame-ass characters. I enjoyed, like, all of the new characters they introduced, aside from some of the villains who really didn't get any sort of opportunity to explain what the fuck they're doing
Which
here.
one? Snoke and...
Snoke and Phasma.
Okay.
They were
They're
really,
gonna be there later.
They were, exactly, but they were really the only two. I'm like, who are these characters in the movie? And also sort of the general, it's like, okay, he's here. And I guess it was supposed to be like a Grand Moff Tarkin kind of
Yeah, he
feel,
reminded
but
me of a young Scott Thompson from Kids in the Hall.
I don't know what the fuck that is. I think you could have gotten rid of like the general and a few people and just had Kylo Ren. Like, I loved his character more than I thought I would. It's like, okay, one, he's Leia and Han Solo's kid, which is kind of neat. He's basically Anakin
Yeah.
when it comes
Kinda,
down to it.
yeah.
His story is basically Anakin's story. It's very, very similar.
I hated when he took off the mask, though.
He took off the mask too soon. If he would have taken it off at the end
With the Han Solo
with Han
part?
Solo,
Yeah.
that
I
would have
thought
made
that too.
that would have made a difference. And going back to the swordplay, you guys have turned me. I can see what you're saying. It's these people trying to kill each other. He's not a fully trained Jedi.
Neither-
He's
yeah,
been
neither of
hurt
them were.
and okay.
They don't need to act like they're damn, Kawasaki ninjas or some shit.
I love
But maybe
Kawasaki
next
ninjas.
time, next movie, it'll be a little faster. He won't be injured. He won't be hurting.
But see, now I'm interested in that fight now because of the history these characters have.
Yeah.
It's almost the same thing like that fight in Empire Strikes Back between Luke and Vader. Like Luke and Vader had history.
Yes.
Luke blew up the first Death Star and thwarted Vader's plans. And so when these two characters finally meet, they pull out the lightsabers. It's like, I'm into this fight.
That is a
I
big deal.
Give a shit. I really started giving a shit about the movie when Han Solo got killed. Like up until that point, I was like, this movie's fun. I'm having a good time, but nothing's really, really grabbing me. After Han Solo died, Chewie. I was just like, I was heartbroken for the fucking,
I know.
for fucking Chewie.
Yeah.
And he's just screaming and he starts shooting.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my god. And then that shot of him at the end, just like sitting there shaking his head.
Yeah.
rubbing his-
That's when I felt something. And again, there were some things that I did like about the movie. There were characters that I liked, but the story.
Why do they have to blow up? Because it feels like they just we're gonna make a Death Star, but even bigger.
Yeah, don't make it a ball that blows up planets. Make it
Exactly.
something fucking
Yeah,
else.
I felt nothing when it
seen-
blew up.
We've seen 2 other balls that blow up planets.
Why do they have to go down a trench?
Again.
Oh
Why?
yeah, there was that one thing.
It was so.
But this one doesn't
obvious.
just blow up planets; it blows up entire systems.
Yeah, the new characters that were introduced, I liked.
Yeah, I want to see more of them, which is a testament to me, the success of this film. I could give a shit about Luke. I could give a shit about like Princess Leia.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, you know what? Let's leave these characters out as much as we can. Maybe a little bit more Luke.
It's like they were passing the torch like JJ
Yeah.
did with Star Trek. He brought in the old Leonard Nimoy character to kind of pass the torch and be like, this is actually Star
Yeah,
Trek.
it does
This
feel like
is
that.
actually Star Wars, guys. We didn't just reboot it with new people. So.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is that I'm going to go see the movie again.
Me too.
And tried to watch it not as a filmmaker or storyteller, because that's what got me in trouble. I started thinking too much. I wasn't the Star Wars fan.
That might have been me too.
but-
The prequel reviews have ruined me because I'm too critical of every single. The Red Letter Media reviews. Have you ever
yeah?
seen them?
No,
you should
I
watch
watched
them.
them.
Oh,
They,
dude, yeah,
they
they're
break
amazing.
down every individual thing in the prequels that is wrong, and then that's the mentality I kind of went in with.
I did like the scene where she found the lightsaber.
Yeah, kind of flat, like
The
I
flashbacks
tell you,
and-
that was another surprise in the movie for me because I think the marketing on this film was done very well because all the trailers and everything always showed Finn holding the lightsaber.
Yeah, it alluded
Yeah.
to him being the
Yeah,
Jedi.
so I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna have the Force, he's gonna be the Jedi.
Yeah,
but I
but
kind of like as I was watching the film, it's like, oh no, Rey's gonna be the Jedi.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who's Rey? The daughter of Luke?
See, yeah, that's another thing. It's
Oh.
like her whole family is like,
Who dropped her off?
"Ah."
Luke? Did Luke
Luke
drop
just
her
say,
off?
I don't want this baby.
on a desert.
I'm not
Luke
gonna.
said deadbeat dad. Can you imagine the child support he fucking owes, man? Like, they're gonna go to court.
Yeah, well, he doesn't make any money living on that rock.
No.
I don't think it's as good as A New Hope. I don't think it's as good as Empire Strikes Back, but I do like it better than Return of the Jedi.
Right now, I feel like it's the fourth out of the original trilogy, and then it's the fourth best movie. But I haven't seen them in a long time to really label.
I'm gonna agree. It's the fourth best. I went in expecting more. I didn't expect to receive so much similarities from A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna watch it again and try to watch it through the Star Wars fans' eye. You know, we make content all the time, and we're trying to focus on being different and better and telling stories in a different way. And when I see the same shit being, set into my lap, it's like,
I mean,
God
they've
damn
already
you.
they've done the big ball that blows up planet twice.
They have.
Yeah.
So now, what's going to happen in the next one? Maybe that's the one we're really looking for. Okay, they've kind of revitalized the franchise, and now they can just go wherever the fuck they want.
Real quick before we
They're
go to
gonna have
that.
2 balls.
We've made
oh my
2
God.
balls.
And a giant ship in the middle. Oh, what does this look like?
Oh.
Like, really quick, you said you went in expecting this to be a great movie. I'm really glad recently I watched A New Hope. Star Wars isn't a great movie.
No, it's
it's
not
an
Shakespeare.
okay
No.
movie.
Yeah.
No.
They're okay. They're just fun action movies, but they're not amazing films. Amazing.
I'm with you on
Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi cracked open my imagination.
Yeah.
That gave me more imagination than I knew I had, and I wanted to be those characters. And
Of course.
this is coming from the eyes of a kid, but like this is transgressed into creativity on a larger scale now because I get to be creative for a living. So that spawned my creativity.
And it's had 30 years to be polished in your mind as this amazing, inspirational thing.
Absolutely,
you've had. So
absolutely.
it held this one probably up to a higher standard than anyone who hadn't seen the movies ever.
Here's what I want to end on. I think, we do have to see the next films
course.
in order to really get a good gauge of where this one is at. I may have been a little harsh on Twitter. Sorry.
Oh, were you tweeting?
Sorry, I was. Oh, fuck. I was like you when you play CSGO.
Yeah.
That's how mad I was. We'll probably do another video on this with Neebs and whatever the other one's names are. Neebs is another one who is very critical of things. So I don't know which way he's going to go.
Does he have a connection to it as a child, though?
I don't know.
I mean, everyone does in a way.
He's just got a connection to banjos as a child.
It's just banjos and meth.
Banjos and meth. Don't nobody say nothing bad about banjos or meth. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And
Thanks for having us. Me.
yeah, I can't wait to do this again.
Yeah.
Me too. Can I be in the next one too?
Yeah, you can be in the next
Yeah.
one.
Do
it when,
if you're still alive.
Episode 8 comes out.
And Disney, no more balls that blow up planets. We've had enough.
Yeah, that's
Unless
honestly.
BB-8 blows up a planet, that'll be cool.
Why not?
Sure.